Wasn't the plan going down to Lincoln that weekend, but it turned out pretty good.
We want to thank our friends and family for all of the love and support that you've given us, and a special shout out and thank you to both of our parents for putting up with us, or me, during this whole wedding planning process, and for all of the work and time that you've put into our special day today.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you guys very much. As a kid, I had always dreamed about getting married and finding the love of my life.
I can't say I really thought about that. I think I just wanted to farm and hunt. That's all I wanted to do as a kid growing up. Destroyed stuff, never sat still, all over. Just terrorizer for the most part.
I was a daddy's girl. Wherever my dad was, I was right there. I always dreamed of marrying a man that was similar to my father, just a hardworking man, somebody who is passionate about everything that he put his mind to, his family, his job. Andrew is a hardworking, determined, bullheaded male. Honestly, whatever needs to be done, he's gonna put his mind to it and finish it or do it to 100%. He is a very determined individual. He's my father.
I have a ton of respect for my mom and everything she's done and raised us, me and my sisters, and seeing some of that in Lauren and same traits means a lot. She loves her family to death, talks to them, about them nonstop, and that was just a big eye-opener for me. But I come from a close family too, and then just seeing that side of her, that's where we really connect at a lot. She does have a very big heart, cares a lot about other individuals. She's gonna be a great mom someday. Lauren she's dramatic sometimes. She's a terrible backseat driver. Slow down, speed up, you're a terrible driver, watch out for that person.
Oh, Andrew's not a very good driver. Andrew always leaves his zipper down. I'll run into him somewhere and I'll be like, okay, so how long has your zipper been down for? Or who all did you talk to while your zipper was down?
Saving an extra step when I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh my gosh. What's another quirk?
I even asked what a quirk was. I was like, what's a quirk? Sleeps with the blankie still, as she's had since a kid.
All around just makes me feel, I don't know, like I can be myself all the time. I knew of Andrew, but we didn't really interact with each other at all. I played volleyball with his sister in a club volleyball team, and I guess our paths really never crossed. One summer, I was at Worstog with some of my friends, and Andrew's parents were there, and I honestly just had kind of remembered them from back in the day. Tom was following me around, just saying things like, oh, you should date my son. And all of the girls were laughing, saying, oh my gosh, Lauren, you should. And I'm like, no, whatever.
Yeah, they're always trying to find somebody, or my dad was mainly.
He's
like
on the look for you.
Yeah, on the look. But
on the pro.
I don't like being pushed into things. And,
well, I guess he chose, right?
Yeah.
Right? It was fate.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Just knew who she was then, and I think the first time we ever met was, we kind of really started talking was at a spring game in Lincoln in 2018, I think. I went down with some friends from Cambridge, and she was down there with some friends, and I think it was somewhere at the rail yard we met.
It was gate 25, and he had gotten up to go to the bathroom, and I sat down in his chair. Well, when he got back, I let him have his seat, and then eventually, I don't know, I don't really remember this part, but Andrew said that I sat on his lap, so I was apparently the first one to make the move.
Found out later that she had a crush on me for a while.
I guess I had the hots for you. I don't know. Your dad was the one taking pictures of me.
Yeah, that was like a year before.
I know.
The weekend at Sarge's and you were there.
What?
The weekend at Sarge's, like 2 weeks before, 3 weeks before the spring game.
Oh, yeah. And so a bunch of us were going to go down to the bar in McCook, and Andrew just so happened to be invited too.
I think you sent me a Snapchat saying come to Sarge's.
Whoops.
probably when I met her, it's like, yeah, probably time to settle down. Or I think I sent her a text and just said, hey, think about coming down to see you this weekend. And she didn't believe me at first. That weekend, it crossed my mind later on. It's like, wow, she really might be the one.
I knew after spending that weekend with Andrew, he was a keeper just from the way he interacted with the people around me, the way he treated me, the way he made me feel like this is the one for me.
Were you thinking the same thing I was in the graduation reception?
I was thinking that, were you?
Yeah, I was. That's what I said earlier.
She asked me about getting married or engaged for months. Like, she wanted it to happen right away. But she always told me, she goes, I can pick up on every single thing you do. I know when it's going to be coming. I had a trail camera on a creek north of my parents, and I really did want to go check it, but for some reason I got the ring a few weeks before that, and something I figured would throw her way off, and it was a blizzard, like 50-mile-an-hour winds, snowing like crazy.
I'm like, good luck making it there. Have fun with that. Well, he said, no, I want you to come with me. He made me put on muck boots and made sure I had a coat on and gloves and hats and all of this stuff. And I'm like, I'm not getting out of the vehicle.
She was not happy the whole way, trekking through snow, face was beet red.
He said, wait a minute, do you see that deer over there? And I was like, where? And so he was looking through his binoculars, and I was like, I don't see a deer anywhere. And he said, here, look through the binoculars. So he handed the binoculars to me. And so I was looking through them, and I turned around and I was like, Andrew, I don't see a deer anywhere. And there he was down on one knee.
And she was surprised I got her. She told me there's no way I'd be able to surprise her, but she told me I got her, so I felt good about that.
And I could not believe that he could pull off that surprise, because I'm the type of person where I have to know what's going on. I'm very snoopy, so I'm surprised I didn't find the ring before this.
She snoops around everything upstairs, but I kept it downstairs with my hunting stuff.
Oh,
And
of
I
course.
covered with all my elk hunting stuff.
Yeah, I would have never have found that. The most important thing in our relationship is probably just our connection and compassion for each other.
So that and trust.
And the trust. That's one thing that from day one I have had zero worries about anything in the world about Andrew. I just knew that I could trust him with my whole heart from day one for the rest of my life. You're so caring and you make me feel so safe.
She's just always concerned about other people way before herself. She takes care of me a lot. What I'm probably most excited for on the wedding day is seeing her dress and her dad walking her down the aisle.
Andrew, I am so excited that I finally get to call you my husband today, and I know that we are going to have a life full of happiness and love. I love you so
Stinking
much.